Speaking of which, Donald Trump throwing democracy in the toilet and flushing it 10 to 15 times at 2:30 in the morning. We knew he was up to something weird in the middle of the night, didn't we? Donald Trump saying that Kari Lake should be installed as the governor of Arizona. You know, if you go back and look at the history of, generally speaking, overwhelmingly the 20th century, but also to some degree the 21st, and you look at leaders who were, quote, installed, it's not a particularly good history. And that is exactly what Donald Trump is now demanding happen. In the middle of the night, Donald Trump posting to his platform Truth Social. Truth Social. Well, call it what you want. Quote, massive numbers of, quote, and fully capitalized broken voting machines in Republican districts on election day. Capital letters everywhere. None of them make sense. Mechanics sent in to, quote, fix them made them worse. Kari had to be taken to a Democrat area which was working perfectly to vote. Now, understand that none of that is true. Her opponent ran the election. This is yet another criminal voting operation. So obvious. Kari Lake should be installed governor of Arizona. This is almost as bad as the 2020 presidential election. Remember, it's almost as bad because nobody's the bigger victim than Trump, which the unselect committee refuses to touch because they know it was capital F fraudulent. Look at what is happening here. This went from summer 2020. Well, you know, there might be problems that Democrats take advantage of because of mail-in voting and early voting. No evidence of it, but it was a much smaller claim. To, I won and they stole it from me in November of 2020. Now to install the loser, make her the governor, even though she actually lost. If we win, it's a fair election. If we don't, bring out the pitchforks, demand a new election, say it's fraud, and blah, 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 blah. Now, one of the craziest things about this is that Kari Lake is still insisting that they're going to get this one back. Now, much like with all of these people, we don't know to what degree are they grifters, to what degree are they liars, to what degree are they victims. I am struggling to believe that Kari Lake has even a 1% belief that they are going to somehow get her to be the governor of Arizona. And yet, she just posted as a reply to Donald Trump's troth, quote, Arizonans have no faith and trust in our elections. And what's notable is she capitalizes faith, trust, and elections just like Trump does. Very weird. She goes on to say, our election officials are incompetent or worse. They have failed us. The fake news ignores our fake elections and expect us to just, quote, move on. We won't. America will not survive if we don't demand election reform now. Do we think for a second that Kari Lake really believes she is going to be appointed the governor of Arizona, installed as the governor of Arizona, declared the winner of the governor of Arizona race? I am really struggling to believe that. And what I think is actually going on here is that this is Kari Lake's continued addition to be Donald Trump's vice presidential running mate in 2024. Marjorie Taylor Greene has made it clear she wants to be Trump's running mate in 2024. And Kari Lake is making it clear as well. And as I've said before, not all of the people claiming that 2020 was stolen really believe it. Some of them say it because they realize that it is the thing you're supposed to say if you are showing your allegiance to Donald Trump's team. And I believe that that is part of what is going on here as well. If you believe that Kari Lake believes she is going to be the governor of Arizona, let me know in the comments, and make sure you're, of course, subscribed on YouTube in order to be able to comment at youtube.com/The David Pakman Show. We talk about it all the time. One of the biggest contributors to climate change is deforestation. Did you know that 15% of deforestation is due to toilet paper production alone, according to the NRDC? That's why I love our sponsor, Real Paper. Real Paper makes a sustainable toilet paper. No trees. It uses 100% bamboo. A bamboo stock can keep being harvested indefinitely. No deforestation. Real Paper is certified by the Forest Stewardship Council for responsible harvesting of the bamboo grass used for their paper. Another contributor to climate change, the plastic that the toilet paper comes wrapped in. That's why Real Paper involves no plastic packaging. And best of all, Real Paper looks and feels just like normal traditional toilet paper. The cost is similar. It is fantastic. On their website, you can do a one-time purchase or set up an easy recurring subscription the way that I did. My audience gets 30% off your first order plus free shipping. Go to realpaper.com/Pacman and use the code Pacman at checkout. The link is down below.